Ever seen a woman so strong? The world just assumes she's fine. But what if that strength was the only thing holding her together? This is Straw, Tyler Perry's most soul-wrenching film yet. No wigs, no dramatic speeches, just a woman, breaking in silence. And not because she's weak, but because the weight she's carried for years finally crushed her. Meet Janiyah Wilkinson, played by TarajiPHenson. But this ain't the Taraji you're used to. This isn't Cookie Lion. This is something raw, something real. Janiyah's the kind of mom who gives everything she has, even when there's nothing left. She's got that face you only recognize if you've ever worked a double shift and still couldn't pay the light bill. That tired smile, those I'm okay lies. She's been doing it so long, it became her personality. She lives in a worn-down apartment, plaster peeling, fridge humming too loud, a little girl with medical needs curled up under thrift store blankets. That's Aria, her daughter, bright, gentle, epileptic, and the only reason Janiyah hasn't given up yet. It's morning, but Janiyah doesn't wake up. She drags herself up. She bathes Aria, packs what little food she can. Aria doesn't complain much, except today. She's embarrassed. Other kids laugh when her lunch tray comes up empty. She tells her mom, I can do things myself, and you see it in Janiyah's eyes. Guilt, exhaustion, and a flicker of something starting to fray. Outside, the landlord's banging on the door. Rent is due, again. Janiyah smiles that polite, defeated smile. Says she's trying. The guy threatens eviction. She nods, then gives her last few coins to a disabled neighbor who's struggling with stairs. She's that kind of woman, the kind that still gives even when the world only takes. At school, the principal doesn't say much, just one of those disapproving glances, like, we're watching you, and off she goes to her job at the local grocery store. And it's chaos from the jump. A customer flips out over a declined WIC card and throws a bottle at her. Shards on the floor. And what does her manager say? Not, are you okay? He says, clean it up. Welcome to Janiyah's life. Then her phone rings. It's the school. Something's wrong with Aria. Her manager tells her, 30 minutes, no pay, no grace. She runs. But first she heads to the bank. She's got that check she's been holding for days. But the line is long. People in front of her are arguing with tellers. The seconds drag, her legs start bouncing. She checks the time, checks again, then bolts. And when she gets to the school, it's not what she expects. CPS is already there. No explanation, no discussion, just cold professionalism. They take Aria in the rain. She screams, don't forget her meds. No one listens. And you're sitting there thinking this can't be happening. But it is. She walks away, soaked, empty, and in shock, and accidentally cuts off a driver. Wrong driver. Off-duty cop. He jumps out, calls her every name in the book, throws a drink at her, threatens to shoot her in the head. When actual cops arrive, they tow her car. Not his, but hers, because her papers were expired. She walks back to her job, soaked, shivering, gets fired, no paycheck, and when she returns home, her stuff is on the street. That's the moment everything changes. Something in her eyes shuts off. She goes back to the grocery store, storms in, and demands her money. But then, like the universe just wants to test her further, two masked robbers barge in. One grabs Aria's backpack from behind the counter. It's all Janiyah has left of her daughter. She says no. He hits her. That was his mistake. She grabs the gun, fires. It's chaos. Her boss accuses her of setting it up because, get this, the guy said her name, but it was her name tag, that's all. Still in the panic, she shoots the boss, takes her check, runs. You're watching this like, is this still the same woman from 45 minutes ago? But it is, because that's what happens when the world keeps stripping you of humanity. She goes to the bank, begs them to cash the check, but she has no ID. They say no. And that's the final straw. She pulls the gun, and this time, it's not about money. It's about being heard. And in this moment, enter Nicole, bank manager, played by Sherry Shepherd in a way we've never seen her. Nicole doesn't scream. She doesn't run. She looks at Janiyah, really looks, and she listens. While all this is happening, a teenager in the corner quietly starts a live stream. The video goes viral. People see her. The hashtags start. Justice for Janiyah. Free her now. Detectives get involved. One of them, Raymond, used to negotiate during wartime. He finds out about the cop who threatened her and gets him pulled from the case. Nicole convinces Janiyah to let the other hostages go, but Nicole stays because somehow she knows. And then Janiyah gets a phone call. It's her mom, and the truth. Aria died the night before, a seizure in her sleep. Everything after wasn't real. Not the school call, not CPS, not the lunchroom bullies. Her mind created it because the real world was too much. And now the entire movie rewinds in your head. You realize no one else ever really talked to Aria. She was always just out of frame. Janiyah was fighting ghosts. Nicole knew, or at least felt it, because sometimes the only thing more dangerous than a mother who's lost everything is one who hasn't realized it yet. The FBI's outside. They're ready to take the shot, but she doesn't fight. She walks out, no bullets, no shouting, just surrender. The poverty, the pressure, the trauma. How the world ignored her until she exploded. Nicole testifies. Raymond backs her. Her community speaks up. Her neighbors. Even that man in the wheelchair she helped on the stairs. And for once, the system listens. Straw isn't just a movie. It's a warning. It's a mirror. It's a truth we don't say out loud. Tyler Perry didn't just tell a story, he gave voice to the invisible. And TarajiPHenson? She doesn't act. She bleeds. Critics weren't sure what to make of it, but people, they felt it. Rotten Tomatoes lit up. One fan wrote, "I saw my aunt in this." Another said, "We don't talk about how hard it is to just keep surviving." And if you made it this far, here's your bonus fact. The title Straw, it's not just a metaphor. It's a question. How many straws can one woman carry before she finally breaks? Just like